everybody, me again, day 2 of my story sharing. Firstly, thank you to everybody who listened yesterday. I've had some really useful feedback. I'm trying to film on something else today, so I'm a bit zoomed in, but hopefully it's a bit clearer and the sound is a little bit better as well. Also, thank you to those who have offered me some suggestions for stories in the future. I've ordered a couple of short stories off of Amazon, and I've got a couple of stories at home, but yeah, if you have any other suggestions or books that you might like to listen to, then please let me know and I will see what I can do. I'm going into my school tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be able to pick up a couple of books there. I've got lots in my classroom, so I'll be bringing those home so that I can share some of them with you. So the book that I'm going to share with you today is called The Promise by Nicola Davies. It's all very bright and sunny in here. Went on my daily walk this morning, so feeling very, very positive. And the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. So yeah, let's stay positive, get outside in the sunshine. But first, story. So, The Promise. I'm going to try and show you the pictures. Obviously the writing is going to be back to front, but we'll give it a go. When I was young, I lived in a city that was mean and hard and ugly. Its streets were dry as dust, cracked by heat and cold, and never blessed with rain. A gritty yellow wind blew constantly, scratching round the buildings like a hungry dog. Nothing grew. Everything was broken. No one ever smiled. The people had grown as mean and hard and ugly as their city. I was mean and hard and ugly too. I lived by stealing from those who had almost as little as I did. My heart was as shriveled as the dead trees in the park. And then, one night, I met an old lady down a dark street. She was frail and alone, an easy victim. Her bag was fat and full, but when I tried to snatch it from her, she held on with the strength of heroes. To and fro we pulled that bag until at last she said, "If you promise to plant them, I'll let go." What did she mean? I didn't know or care. I just wanted the bag, so I said, "All right, I promise." She loosened her grip at once and smiled at me. I ran off without a backward look, thinking of the food and money in her bag. When I opened it, there were only acorns. I stared at them, so green, so perfect, and so many. And I understood the promise that I had made. I held a forest in my arms and my heart was changed. I forgot the food and money, and for the first time in my life, I felt lucky, rich beyond my wildest dreams. I slept with the acorns for my pillow, my head full of leafy visions. And in the morning, I began to keep my promise. I planted beside roads, on roundabouts, very busy roundabout, among rubble, ruins and rusty railings, by train tracks, tram lines and traffic lights. in abandoned parks and gardens laced with broken glass, behind factories and shopping malls and bus stops, cafes, blocks of flats. I pushed aside the mean and hard and ugly, and I planted and planted. Nothing changed at first. The gritty wind still scratched the parched, crackled streets. The people scowled and scuttled to their homes like cockroaches. But slowly, shoots of green began to show. Trees! First here and there, then everywhere. People came onto the streets to see. They touched the leaves in wonder and they smiled. They took tea together by the tiny trees. They talked and they laughed. And pretty soon they were planting too. Trees and flowers, fruit and vegetables, in parks and gardens, on balconies and on rooftops. Beautiful. Green spread through the city like a song, breathing to the sky, drawing down the rain like a blessing. But by then, I was already far away, planting in another sad and sorry city. And another. And another. And another. Like Chinese lanterns. And last night, in a lonely alley, a young thief fought me for my sack of acorns. I smiled and I made the old bargain, knowing how a heart can change, knowing that my planting will go on. The end. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I'll be back tomorrow to share another story with you all. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the sunshine.